Hello chatboxes out there, it's a brand new week and you know what that means, a new week with lots of adventures to be had, and I'm going to be taking you guys along on my adventures that I get up to this week. So it's Monday and I've got Monday and Tuesday off. I've had Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. I'm back to work Wednesday evening and I got up early for a little bit of a shock as my abscess, a little bit of a gross disclaimer, skip this bit if you're a bit squeamish, had burst under my arm, so I had to clear that up. I then got showered and changed and had some lemon-curd toast and a cup of tea and was catching up on Neighbours, listened to a bit of music and having some bear cuddles, and he's getting so big, still likes to sit on your lap because they think they're lap dogs, bless them. And then my dad was back from work and he booked me a doctor's appointment, or tried to, but he was like 45 in the queue, so we gave up. So we're just going to keep an eye on it, and it seems to be going down and looking a lot better, but if it gets worse I'll be going off to the doctors. I'm going to try get some antibiotics anyway, so might call up later on in the week and try to get some antibiotics for that. And then I was just getting myself ready to go off and get my hair cut, and I headed off to get my hair cut and was listening to music on my headphones on my way up to get my hair cut, having a lovely stroll, enjoying the sunshine and blue skies. They said it was supposed to be raining, but luckily the weather held up and it was a lovely sunny day. And I headed off and got my hair cut at my hairdresser's I always go to, and she always does such a great job cutting my hair. And after getting my hair cut, I got a massage from there, and I'll show you guys that. I just love the confidence boost that a haircut gives you. I then popped next door to have some breakfast from Shelley's Cafe, and they always do such good fry-ups in there, and I'm going to show you guys the fry-up that I had. It was so delicious. I haven't ordered, I eat my fry-up in, so I always have the bacon, then the egg, then have the mushrooms, and then I have the toast with the beans and end up having beans on toast. And then I had a cherry cola as well, and the cherry cola was so good. I love a bit of cherry cola. I then got a murasaki from there just as I was heading off, and I'm going to show you guys that. That mirror is so pretty with all the plants around it. I then headed off and had a look around some of the charity shops and popped into my workplace to chat with Tash, who was on shift, as me, Tash and Jamie are going off to watch the live action How to Train Your Dragon tomorrow. So she's making sure that the plan was still on track, and it is. I then went off and had a look around some of the shops, and I went off and got some selfies showing off my new haircut, and I just love it. And then I went off to the flower shop and I got some flower stats on there, and I'll show you guys those. They always have such beautiful bouquets of flowers in there. I especially love those purple dahlias, they're so beautiful. I was then having a lovely chat with the flower shop keeper in there. I then got some plant stats from there. I love the succulents and cactuses, all the plants hanging from the window. It always looks like a little jungle in there. I then head off to go off to the garden centre, my happy place. And whilst on my way up there, I was listening to music on my headphones, and I got myself a drink from Co-op to have on my way up as it got pretty warm. I then got up to the garden centre, and when I got in there, I got a load of flower snaps from the little tunnel entrance way that you go through when you first get into the garden centre, and I'll show you guys those. I love all the dahlias, such beautiful colours and patterns, and it smells so good. I then got a murasaki from there surrounded by all these plants, and I'll show you guys that. I then got some more flower snaps, and I'll show you guys those. I love flower and plant photography so much. It makes me so happy, I find it so therapeutic. I then went off to have a look at the home and stationery section, and then I went off to the plant section and got some plant stats on there. such pretty plant pots and all the succulents and cactuses and the pretty patterns on the leaves. I then made way back, and on the way back I went off to one stop. I got myself another drink and I got myself a hat from Dobby's clothes section to wear on the way back, as it was supposed to be raining by 1 o'clock and getting pretty cloudy and dark, but it never did. So it was really sunny and hot, and I didn't have my hat with me in my bag that I normally have. So I got a hat, and I also got a new top from there, and I'll show you guys a clip of that. Here's a new t-shirt I got from the Garden Centre's clothes section. I don't normally get anything from there, but this top caught my eye. It's a red short sleeve t-shirt with some stripes in the middle, and you know how much I love my stripes. Stripes are very slimming, as they say, and I just love all things stripes. It does have a logo on the sleeve, and I'm not really a big fan of wearing things with like logos or anything like that, or any writing on, but you can't really tell. I also got this hat as well because I normally have a hat in my backpack that I take with me wherever I go. I didn't have one with me, and it was really hot and very sunny, so I got this from the Garden Centre as well, and I love this new t-shirt and this hat. I'm going to wear that t-shirt tomorrow when I go out with Tash and Jamie to go see How to Train Your Dragon, the live action, which I'm so excited to see. I love the animated films, so I'm looking forward to seeing it in live action. Apparently it's really good and the effects are amazing, so I cannot wait for that. And then we're going to get some food, and I'm going to be getting a Nefra Monster High G3 doll from Smith's, and I can't wait to get that. I'm going to get one to have in box and one to have out of box, and I've ordered the G3 Venus flytrap like gardener doll that I've been looking for forever, and I've got her arriving soon. I'm going to have again one of her in box and one of her out of box, and already have a place for the Nefra doll and for the G3 Venus flytrap doll to go in the doll house, and I'm going to show you guys those two dolls. They're stunning. Can't wait to add those to my collection. I then watched Flushed Away on Netflix. It's such a great film, it's so funny. And my mum was down at my grandma's. She then got back, and my dad had gone up to lock work up as he works as a caretaker, and he doesn't have to do it normally as the secretary normally does it in the evenings, but they're off, so he's back to doing it in the evenings as well as the mornings. And he got back, and we then watched a bit of The Chase. My older sister is now over, and he's going to be taking the dog for a walk with myself, and I had some garlic chicken Kiev things for my tea, and they were so delicious, and I'll show you guys. They were so delicious, and I had to strip and change my bed as I had a little bit of a leak this morning when this finally decided to explode. So I've now got my bed being cleaned and put back on, and I love the smell of fresh clean sheets, and I'm going to sleep well tonight with that. And I have just written some off my journal, and I'm going to be going off to walk my dog with my older sister, and when I get back I'll be finishing writing my journal and watching today's Home and Away UK Suits and Love Island, and just see you with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Tuesday, and I got up early to go off to the mall. I was supposed to be going off to the cinema with Tash and Jamie to see the new How to Train Your Dragon, but we've had to postpone that. But I still really wanted to go to the mall just because I hadn't been for a while and just have a little mooch, so I decided to go for a little solo trip to the mall. And I had some lemon curd toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast and just watched a bit of TV, and then I headed off to get the bus to the mall. And the bus stop that's at the bottom of my road is not in use at the moment due to the main road having work done on it, so it meant that I had to walk up to the high street and get the bus from there. And whilst waiting to get the bus from there, I saw and chatted to one of my colleagues who was off into town. I then got the bus and had to get the bus from mine to then go off and get the bus into Cribs. And I got to Cribs and went off and had a look around some of the shops, and I went off into Mankind and also into Typo and into Marks and Spencer's, and then went off to the food court and got myself some Greggs and I had a cheese onion bake and an apple juice and a cream bun slice kind of thing, which was really nice, and I'll show you guys that. It was so good, and I sat and had that in there. I'd never been in that Greggs before, and the Greggs in the food court in the mall is absolutely massive, and there's so much choice for food and cake and drinks. So I just went for my usual that I always go for, a one cake and always the cheese and bake and an apple juice. I bloody love an apple juice. I then went off into Tiger and I got this cactus mug here. It's a lovely pink colour, and as you guys know, I love my plants and cactuses and succulents, so very fitting, and I love mugs. I then went off into John Lewis and was having a look on there, and went off to the flower section and got some flower sacks on there. They've got such a cute flower section with beautiful bouquets and such lovely roses and sunflowers. I love those sunflowers with the yellow and like red stripes on. They're so beautiful. I then got some plants on there, and I'll show you guys those. That plant section is so cute with the little succulents and all the pretty patterned leaves. I then went to go to Smith's to hunt down the Nephra Monster High doll, and just before that I'd gone off to TK Maxx and I got some more Halloween snaps, as they've got some more Halloween stuff in, and I'll show you guys that. I am so ready for autumn, Halloween, spooky season. I'm just so excited. I keep seeing all these reels on Instagram about autumn and Halloween and all this kind of stuff, and I just cannot wait. I love that cozy season. So excited for that, and I just love all the pillows and the towels, the kitchen towels that they had with all the Halloween stuff on, and the mugs and the little trinkets. It's just all so cute. I then went off to Smith's and I got the Monster High doll that I was after. I was panicking that they weren't going to have any in stock, and I got her. Here she is in all her glory. She's so cute. I'm not going to show you guys too much about her, because when my Venus Flytrap Fairbook doll arrives, I've ordered 2 of them, one to have in box, one to have out of box, like with this one. I'm going to then show you guys an in-depth vlog showing a review of both dolls and then opening and showing you guys those. And I already have places of both of those dolls in the dollhouse and can't wait to add those to the dollhouse. I then went off back to the mall and got a bubble tea, and I had a bubble tea with a passion fruit mango tea with some blueberry bubbles, and then I got the bus back and I ended up getting on the wrong bus, which is a complete palaver, and ended up near to where Tash is currently having to live, or our house is having work done. So I called Tash up and she then came and helped me to get near to Willowbrook, and then the 74 bus came that was going there anyway. So I then jumped on there and got that, and then got the T1 back to Thornbury, and I thanked Tash for helping me with the bus situation. And then I got back and I was just a bit of music, just drawing and colouring in and just reading some more for one day. And then I was just tidying up my office and my dolls and dollhouse, and ended up having a little bit of a nap. I then was just sorting out my Peter doll and getting her outfit sorted out, and then the box where all her doll shoes and bags and accessories go ended up falling out of the bag where her doll clothes are kept and went all over the floor, which is very annoying. So I then had to clear that up, and then it was time to go off to Jigsaw volunteering, and it's the last one before summer, so I won't be seeing them now until after the summer holidays. And we were going off to the golf course. So my dad dropped me off there, and 3 of the members of Jigsaw were walking up the driveway, so I then got dropped off and walked with them up to the clubhouse. We then went off and were doing some putting, and I slowly got the hang of it. Not the best at it, but gave it a good go. And we had some chips in some little dishes, and they were so delicious. And then had some hot chocolates, and then we did fruit and veg of the day, which we normally always do. And we had some almonds, so had some of those. And not almonds, apricots. We had some apricots, and they were so good. And then I got a snap of the water fountain they have in the entranceway to the clubhouse, and I'll show you guys. It's so beautiful up there with all the hanging baskets and the beautiful flowers, and the views from around the clubhouse with the view to the River Severn, and you can see the power station from there. And then we went off into the games room and played some games of pool and Connect 4 and darts. And then we were watching a bit of the women's football, Italy, England. And then it was the end of the session, and it won't be on now till after summer. So I thank everyone for a lovely time and wish them all a lovely holiday, and we'll see them after the summer holidays. And then whilst waiting to get picked up by my dad, one of the volunteers kindly got a photo of me sat on this swing that I came across whilst on the phone to my dad to let him know that I was supposed to get picked up, and I'm going to show you guys that. The photo came out really well, and I had a little mini photo shoot, and the other members of the youth club came and watched as well, and they were all admiring the beautiful swing with the flowers on. It's so beautiful. It's probably useful when they do weddings up there. And then I got picked up by my dad. I got back, and for my tea I had a Caesar salad. The Caesar salad was so delicious. I'm now off to go and finish writing my journal entry for today, and then I'm going to be watching today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island. I shall see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Wednesday, and I got up after a lie-in. I then had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast and was watching a little bit of TV, and I finally got round to watching K-pop Demon Hunters, which is such a good film, and my sisters kept on telling me to watch it, and I finally got round to watching it. I then got showered and changed and listened to a bit of music, just enjoying colouring in and reading up more of one day. I then had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and was just studying at my office, my dogs and dogs, and then my neighbour knocked on the door, and their dog managed to get through the bushes that's up through our garden and was running around in our garden, so she came in to get her, and luckily Bear was asleep on the sofa, otherwise they would have been running around like headless chickens, and it probably would have been so hard to try and get them to stop to get her out. And we're now just trying to find out how she got through, and she just seems to be able to get through. And then as she was leaving, Bear woke up and saw the dog and got very excited because they love playing with each other and will be chasing each other through the fence, and it's really cute. And so I had to then calm him down. My mum was at my grandma's, and then they'd gone off for lunch, so I just let my mum know and how we're going to have to check the fence to see where the hole is and how they got through. And my dad is fishing, which he does on Wednesdays, and then I got myself ready to go for a walk. My mum and grandma got back from being out for lunch, and they got to my workplace for lunch, and my mum thanked Tash, who was on shift, for having me get the bus back when I got the wrong bus, which I'd already done, but she thanked her as well. And that's what the buses are for. They help you when you're getting in a bit of a mess. And I then headed off for a little stroll, and I got some starfruits in front of some flowers and blossoms, and got some flower snaps. I'm going to show you guys those. I love all the roses out and about. You just have such beautiful colours and patterns on, and the sunflower snap that I was able to get a snap of, and I just love flower photography so much. I then came across these pretty orange leaves and got a snap of those. They've got such beautiful colours and patterns on, and it's giving me fall vibes. I'm all ready for fall now with all the crunchy leaves, and the leaves are already starting to turn orange, which I just love. It makes my heart so happy. I love autumn so much. I then went off to the shops and got myself a drink for work this evening. I'm doing City Still Closed, and I got myself some lunch, and on the way back from there I got some more flash snaps that I'll show you guys. I had a lovely stroll and the weather was perfect. It was just in the middle, so not too hot, not too cold, a little bit overcast, a bit of sunshine here and there, a nice breeze, which is good because it's not as hot now, and I did do well with the heat, so I'm glad it's cooled it down a bit. I then got home and I had my lunch, and I had some chicken Caesar wraps with a cola and some Dorito orange tangy crisps, which are so delicious. And I've got my uniform ready for work this evening. I then was just working a bit on my journal, working on some illustrations and coloured some days in, and then I got a mirror selfie from the mirror behind me with the lights around it and my plushies below, and I'll show you guys. I love this mirror behind me with the lights around it and my mushroom and star and sun plushies underneath the mirror. It's so cute and cozy, and I'm now off to go and finish watching Ever After, probably one of my favourite songs of all time. Haven't watched it in ages, so I've just been watching that, and I'm just going to be chilling before going off to work this evening, and just see you with more of the vlog when I'm back from work. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at work. I had work 6 till close, so I got myself ready for work, and then got dropped to work by my mum, and then got into work, got clocked in, and put my bag away, and I had my drink that I got from the shops to have for work, and I had some of that. And it was just me and one other colleague on shift, and my head chef in the kitchen, and so I was just doing some cleaning and clothes jobs that could get done early, and my colleague I was on shift with had to pop to Aldi to get some stuff for kitchen, so it was just me on my own and my head chef in the kitchen if I needed them with anything. And I was just doing some pint pouring and running some food and drinks, cleaning tables inside as well as outside, and sorting out sort of regulars. And then my colleague got back, and then I was continuing on with some of the cleaning jobs, and it was quiet but steady, so it wasn't too bad, and it actually went really quickly. You know what they say, time flies for having fun, and we had a great music playlist playing, and so I was enjoying listening to the music whilst getting on with some of the cleaning jobs, polishing cutlery, putting clean plates and cups away, doing the orange juice machine and stuff like that. And it was a really chilled shift. And then we had some of the workers come in on Wednesday night for drinks, so I was just pouring lots of drinks and chatting with them. And then I was finished about 11ish, and I clocked off and got my bag, and then I was just quickly chatting with my colleague who I was on shift with, and having a quick chat about how their holiday had been, and it was a really nice shift. And I then got clocked off and headed off to go get picked up by my mum, and started waiting to get picked up. And it was nice and cool out in the open, as my workplace kind of be like a greenhouse. It could be so warm in there, so it's kind of nice to sit and wait to be picked up when it's cooled down a little bit, because I was absolutely melting. And I got picked up by my mum. I got home, got into my PJs wearing this new PJ t-shirt which I love, and then for my tea I had a curry. The chicken curry that I had for tea was so delicious. I did watch a bit of TV with my mum, and we were watching this Sewing Bee TV show contest which she loves, and some of the outfits were really nice, some of them were a bit like yikes. And then I headed off to bed, went to my PJs, wearing my new PJ t-shirt which I love, super cozy, and I finished writing my journal entry for today, put that away and put my work clothes in the wash, as I'm now not in work till Friday evening. And I am going to be having a little bit of a lie-in tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to be catching up on Neighbours, as we've got new Neighbours episodes out, have some breakfast, and then head off to the garden centre, my happy place. I'm going to go to Armstrong Garden Centre and get the bus to get there, as a little bit far to walk, and I'm going to have to get the bus stop near to Aldi, so I'm going to have to walk up there, because the bus stop down the road is not in use at the moment, because the road's got work done from 9 till 3, so we're going to have to trek up to the high street to get the bus on there instead, but it should be worth it. And the weather's supposed to be dry, which is good, and it's my favourite type of weather at the moment, overcast but dry, which is good, which means it's a bit sunny but also overcast and a nice breeze, and I love that because I do not do well with this heat and I prefer overcast weather anyway. And so I'm looking forward to going off to the garden centre, and I'm probably just going to spend the rest of the day chilling and then going to games night in the evening, which would be good. And I'm now off to go and finish writing the rest of my journal, as I've got a few bits to put in there, and then I'm going to be watching today's Home Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and I've just got some cookies and cereal that I'm going to have while watching those, and I'm just going to be working on a few new illustrations that I've just been finishing off, and I'm also working on a new short story that I'm really loving at the moment. It's going really well, so I'll be doing a bit of that as well, and we'll see you more on the vlog tomorrow. It's now Thursday and I got up early ready to go off to the garden centre, my happy place, and I had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast and just watched a bit of TV and had some bear cuddles, and then I headed off to go get the bus to the garden centre, and the bus stop just up the road that I normally get the bus from is currently not in action, as this road works between 9 till 3 in the evening, which meant that I had to go up to get the bus stop up by Aldi. So I got my headphones on and was listening to music and just had a lovely stroll up to get the bus from there. And whilst on my walk up to the bus stop up by Aldi, I was able to get some really pretty flower starts. I'm going to show you guys that red one with those pretty patterns and colours on is so stunning, and that yellow one as well, and all the lovely roses. I just love roses and dahlias, as you guys know. And then I got the bus to the garden centre, got to the garden centre, and I headed off to the plant section first of all and got some plants that's on there. That plant section is huge, and I love the pretty plant displays they have in there, and all the succulents and cactuses with the pretty plant pots. I then went out to the outside area of the garden centre where they have all the flowers and the dahlias, and it was like a sea of beautiful colours. There's so many lovely dahlias out there, and I got some flower starts on the shoot. I love all the dahlias out there and all the beautiful colourful flowers, lovely patterns on. I was having a lovely look around there. I then came across this mirror and I got a mirror selfie. Such a beautiful mirror, and there was a huge plant in the way of that mirror and it was really heavy, and I got to use my muscles and moved it to the side so that I could get the photo without the plant being in the mirror. And then I headed off to the cafe to get myself some lunch, and on the way there I got these beautiful plant pot snaps. Those animal plant pots are so cute, the hedgehogs and snails and the tortoises. I then went into the cafe and had some lunch from there, and I got a tuna melt with some salad and an apple juice, and I'm sure you guys that. It was so delicious, and whilst I waited for that, I'd got a snap of this flower print, and I'll show you guys that. The prints up in that cafe are so beautiful. I then went off and had a look at some more at the garden centre and got some more flower starts, and I'll show you guys those. I just love flower and plant photography so much, it makes me so happy, and I could be in that garden centre all day if I could. I then made my way off to get the bus back, and it started to spit a little bit, but it's actually quite refreshing, as although it's overcast, which I love, it's still a little bit muggy. And I then waited for the bus, and the bus took forever to arrive, and I called Tash to see if she could track the bus because my phone Wi-Fi wasn't working, and it turns out she was on the way in on the bus as she started work at 3 anyway. So I then got on the bus that came shortly after and joined her on the bus, and we went off to work together, and I had a hot chocolate from there and had a nice chat with her, and then I headed off and had a look inside the charge shops, and then went off to Co-op and got myself some tea, and I'm going to be having a pasta mozzarella dish which looks amazing. It's got a microwavable one but it looks so delicious. I then got back and my Monster High Nefertiti doll and my Venus Butterfly Trap dolls are now both here. The Nefertiti one came first and my Venus Butterfly Trap doll, Fairbrook doll, has come today, and I'm going to show you guys a review of those and then them out of box. My 2 Monster High dolls have arrived. I got this one a few days ago in the post, and this one has just arrived, and I'm going to show you guys them in further detail. Starting off with my Nefertiti doll. She's got such a stunning face. I love her blue lips and her eye makeup and her scorpion earrings and the gold hairband and bracelet, and her hair is so pretty with lots of sparkles and beautiful blues and purples with a plait. Then she's got this beautiful dress with lots of beautiful materials and fabrics and a gold belt, and then she's got these stunning shoes and this pet and handbag, a laptop, a Stanley cup and some snacks, a phone and some sunglasses, and the packaging is so beautiful. And then on the side here it has some beautiful illustrations, and on the back it has illustration of her and those you can collect as well. And then onto my Venus Flytrap Fairbrook doll. She's got this little Fairbrook and a jacket and some little plants which are so adorable, and then she comes with a little spade and a little fork and some gloves which you can change over her hands, which are blue gardening gloves, a watering can, and then she's got this bag with an illustration of a skull and some plants, and then she's got a little book in there, and then her hair is so pretty, and she comes with some sunglasses. She's got beautiful eyes and eye makeup, and she's got this black top and dungaree set, and the dungarees have this beautiful pattern on. Then she has these boots which are so stunning, and I'm going to show you guys the side of the package which has Monster High Fairbrook on, and some illustrations on the front and on the back. And I'm now going to show you guys these dolls out of box. Here are my Monster High dolls out of box. I never realised how difficult it was to actually get into doll boxes. It's like trying to get into Fort Knox. I'm so happy that they're out of box, and they're even more stunning out of box. I'm going to show you guys Nefertiti first of all. I didn't realise that she had a purple snake necklace and gold necklace, which is a snake, on her arm, and this sleeve here actually has a gold ribbon on, which is so stunning, and I just love it. And the belt with the ruby on, and the shoes. A moment for the shoes, they're just so stunning. I love the rubies on the shoes and the snake heels, and the pattern on the dress is just so stunning. And then she has her pet, which is just so cute, and then she also has a laptop, which is awesome. And then she has this handbag which has a snake on the bag handle, and you can put stuff in there, and it's got a little scorpion bug with wings and rubies on. And then she has her little snacks and her sunglasses and her cup, and then the phone which has a scorpion on the back. It's so cool. I love all the details. The attention to detail on these dolls are so good. Now on to my Venus Flytrap Fairbrook doll. She is so stunning. I love her dungarees with the pretty patterns, and her necklace and matching bracelet, and her sunglasses, and the hair is a little bit crushed in the box, so I'm going to have to brush that out a little bit. And then she has these stunning black boots with patterns matching her dungarees. And then she's got her little gardening utensils, watering can and blue gloves. I'm probably going to change her hands over and then put these hands in this bag here to keep them safe. Then she's got this little gardening magazine that says Unearth Day, and then she's got this jacket that says Monster High, and then on the other sleeve it says Nature, and then this fair book, and then her little plants. And those are my 2 dolls out of box, and I can't wait to put those in my dollhouse, and I'll show you guys those in the dollhouse. Here's Nafa Denial sat with the other girls in here, and she's got her little pet and her handbag and a little bag of chips, and some other accessories are up there like her laptop and her snacks and her phone, and she fits in so well with the other girls. Here's Venus Butterfly Trap in the little garden room. She's got her jacket down there, and then she's got her bag down there, and then her little gardening utensils in the little wheelbarrow, and then the watering can down there, and she's got her blue gloves on and her fair book just behind her. I'm so glad they're in my collection. They are so stunning. Both of them have fitted in the dollhouse just where I wanted them, and I then had a cup of tea and some biscuits and just went to more of one day, worked on some illustrations and cut some of those in, and was just looking at my office and my dolls and dollhouse a little bit. And my older brother had popped over, and me, him and his girlfriend are going to be going out into town next Wednesday, which is going to be fun. And we're going to go to Sandwich, just Sandwich place they always go to, and I've never been. I walked past there the other day and it was so busy, so hopefully we'll be able to get in there when it's not as busy, and can't wait to try that out. I then sorted out my Brita doll into a new look, and I'll show you guys that. Here's my Brita doll's newest look, starting off with the shoes. She's got these white high heels, some black netted stockings, and then this yellow skirt with apples as buttons in the middle, which is from an ILY Snow White fashion pack I got. Then this white jumper with this lace little knotted bit in the middle, then her white handbag and her hat, and this is the whole look. I love that outfit. It's giving me fall vibes, and I'm so ready for autumn. I keep seeing all these reels on Instagram about fall and autumn and Halloween, and it's getting me so excited. I then had my tea and I had my mozzarella pasta bake. I love a pasta bake. Haven't had pasta bake in ages. My dad went off to do a disco, and I was going to be going to GameStop, but it's not on tonight. We're going to be doing it next week instead. Just have a little bit of a break so I can practice on Monopoly Deal and whip their asses next time. And then I was listening to a bit of music and writing some more of my journal entry for today, and I'm just going to be finished on writing that and watch today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and just see with more of the vlog tomorrow. It's now Friday, and I hope you guys are having a lovely end to your week, almost a weekend. I got up early, ready to go off to the morning group, and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, watched a bit of TV and had some bear cuddles, and I was listening to a bit of music. And then my mum got me off to the morning group. I got to the morning group and we were doing some baking, and we were making these feta cheese pastries, and it was a little bit fiddly making the pastries get together and stuff, but we did it, and it's our first time using this type of pastry. And we then had some cups of tea and coffees and some biscuits and a little bit of a natter. And whilst waiting for them to cook, I went on into the garden and got some flower starts from there. Let me show you guys. The gardens are so beautiful, and we sat out there and had our cups of tea and biscuits and just had a good catch up. And then our bakes were done, and it was the end of the session, and I got picked up by my mum, and I got back, and I'm going to show you guys a clip of the feta cheese pastries that we made. Here are the cheese pastries that I made at Morning Group. So they're feta cheese with a little pinch of nutmeg and some parsley in there. They turned out really well, considering how the pastry that we used is quite flaky, and if you don't do it quick enough, the pastry would then like set and would kind of crumble apart, so we then had to double the pastry, so I had 2 strips and it worked a lot better, and I can't wait to try these. They turned out really well and I tried one and they tasted so good. And then me and my mum had picked my grandma up on the way back from morning group, and my mum and dad were taking my grandma off to a doctor's appointment, and so on the way to take her, they dropped me off to the high street as I was heading up to go off to the charge shops. I then got to the high street and went off to one of the flower shops first of all, and I got a snap of these cute plant pots, one with some flower print on and one with some bulbs on, and I'll show you guys that. There's such beautiful plant pots and then some really pretty pink flowers in. I was then having a lovely chat with the flower and keep it in there, and then I went off and had a look on some of the charge shops, and then went off to the Coffee Lab, one of the new coffee shops in High Street, and I had a peach iced tea from there. Peach iced teas are becoming my favourite drink to have. They're so good. I sat and had that in there, and then I went off and had a look on some more shops, and I went off to the plant shop at the top of High Street and got some plants that's on there, and I'm sure you guys. It's so lovely in there. I love the plant displays they have in there, and I was having a great chat with the plant shopkeeper in there. Absolutely gutted to be losing that plant shop as of the 27th of July, but also losing a coffee shop. Literally, the parking charges and pedestrianising of the high street are literally killing town, and it's so sad to see. I then made my way back, and on the way back, I got my grandma a moving gift from one of the craft shops, as she's going to be moving house in September, and I got her something I know she's going to love. I then had to go off to the place where she's moving to get a letter for her, but they wouldn't let me. They were like, we're going to have to contact your grandma, so I was just like, okay. So I let my parents know, and they're going to have to go in with my grandma or something. I was like, okay. I then made my way back, my sister music on my headphones, enjoyed the lovely sunshine and blue skies. We've been having such lovely weather at the moment, and I stopped off at my local church and got a snap of the stained glass window. I love stained glass windows, they're so beautiful, lovely colours and patterns. I then got back and I had some lunch. I then was watching a bit of Schitt's Creek, such a great show, and I'm now off to go and write some of my journal, read some more of One Day, and I'm just going to be chilling before going off to work this evening. I'm doing a 5 till close, and I shall see you with more to vlog when I'm back from work. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at my evening shift at work. So I did 5 till close. I got ready for work, got dropped up to work, got into work and got clocked in and put my bag away, and got my drink that I got to have for work out of my bag and had some of that, and I got cracking on with some of the cleaning and clothes shops I could get done early. And it was me and 2 other colleagues on shift, and it was actually really busy with quite a lot of people staying inside as well as outside. So I was wearing lots of food and drinks inside and outside, cleaning tables inside and outside, and so on, chatting some of the regulars. I was just putting lots of the glasses away and cleaning cutlery and putting clean plates and cups away. And then my colleague I was on with that started the same time as me finished, and then it was just me and one other colleague on shift, and it got so busy, quite a lot of people in, so I was doing lots of pint pouring. And then we had a wedding event on today, so then my bosses brought back a load of stuff that I had to then wash and put away, so that just added more stuff to the job list. And then me and my colleague, who I ended up closing with, didn't get out till gone midnight, and I was so tired and hungry and just needed my bed, and we clocked off, and then I got dropped back by my colleague, and then I got into my PJs, and for my tea I had my chicken and chips from the fish and chip shop, and I'll show you guys that. Chicken and chips were so good. I had that with a bit of curry sauce, I then finished writing my journal entry for today, and I've got my clean uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing a 6 till close, and we've got another wedding event on tomorrow from 2 onwards, so it's going to be another very busy day. So I'm looking forward to having the daytime to just chill before having a busy shift at work. And I'm now off to go and watch today's Home and Away, UK Soaps and Love Island, and shall see you with more to vlog tomorrow. It's now Saturday, and I hope you guys are having a lovely start to your weekend. I got up after a lie-in. I then had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast, just watched a bit of TV and had some bear cuddles, listened to a bit of music and worked on some illustrations and kind of some dosing, and then I just read some more of One Day. I then got showered and changed, and I just caught up with the UK Soaps and Love Island from last night, as I'd started watching the soaps, and then I ended up having to turn them off and go to bed as I couldn't keep my eyes open. So I finished off watching those, and then I was just sorting out my office and my dolls and dollhouse and just tidying that up a little bit. And then I got myself ready to go off for a walk, enjoying the lovely sunshine and blue skies. And then I went off to the Meze, one of the restaurants in the high street, and had some lunch from there. And I had some nachos and a bit of Biscoff cheesecake, and I'm sure you guys that. The nachos and Biscoff cheesecake was so delicious, and I had a cola from there as well. I also got a snap of some sunflowers in the entrance. I love sunflowers. As you guys know, dahlias, sunflowers and roses are my 3 favourite types of flowers to get photos of. I then, after having my food, got to the bathroom, and then I got a mirror from there, and I'm sure you guys that. It's so pretty in there, and my top matched the wallpaper. That wallpaper is so beautiful, and I love that mirror, and you guys know how much I love a mirror selfie. I then went off and had a look around some of the shops, and they had a little market going on in the high street, so I had a look in some of those little stalls. And then I got myself a meal to have for lunch when I get back from work this evening. I'm doing 6 till close, so I've just got myself some sandwiches to have when back, as I had my cooked lunch. And I didn't get back till pretty late last night, and I probably won't be getting back till pretty late tonight as well, so I'll just have that when I get back. I then made the road back, and on my way back I was listening to music on my headphones and just having a lovely stroll back, enjoying the sunshine and blue skies. The weather has been so lovely at the moment, and it cooled down a little bit by the time I was walking back, so there's a little bit of a breeze as well, which is really nice. I then got home and I had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and just read some more of One Day, worked on some illustrations and coloured some of those in. And then my Clueless Barbie doll arrived, and I'll show you guys a clip of that. My Barbie Clueless Cher doll has arrived. She is so pretty. She comes with some earrings, her iconic yellow checkered outfit, and her flip phone, and her backpack, and then her driving license, and then some socks with her pumps, which is so cute. And the packaging is so cute. It says Cher, and it has some illustrations on the packaging, like her pen and her phone, and it says Clueless, and Barbie signature has some illustrations on the side as well, and on the back it has an illustration of her. And then the package says Barbie celebrates the 30th anniversary of Clueless, the iconic 90s coming of age film that's totally a timeless cultural touchstone. I'm so glad she's in my collection. She's so beautiful. I love that film so much. It's so iconic, as if. And then I was just listening to a bit of music, tidied up my office and my dolls and dollhouse, and I've just been moving a few things around, and I've mended a bit of my dollhouse that had broken, and it's just one of the rooms over there, and just had to move a few bits around with that. I then watched some vlogs and TikToks and some funny dog and cat videos, and had a cup of tea and some biscuits, and I'm now just going to be continuing watching some episodes of Doctor Who, and I'm just going to be chilling before work this evening, and to see you when I'm back from work. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being at work. I had work 6 till close, so I got myself ready for work. I then got dropped from work, got clocked in and put my bag away and had my drink I got out for work and I had off that, and it was me and 3 other colleagues on shift. We had a wedding party in, so it was quite busy. I was doing lots of food and drinks, doing lots of food and drink orders and drinks making and cleaning tables, and so on, trying to solve the burglars. And then one of my colleagues fished, and then another one fished at like 8ish, and I finished about 10:30, and I clocked off and got my bag and got picked up by my mum. Got home and I had my bell dog I got from Co-op earlier on, and then I finished my journal entry for today. I got my clean uniform ready for work tomorrow. I'm doing a split shift, so I'm doing 10 till 3, 7 till close, and I am now off to go and continue watching some episodes of Doctor Who to see you for my vlog tomorrow. It's now Sunday, and I hope you guys are all having a lovely Sunday rest. I got up ready for work and had some toast and a cup of tea for my breakfast. I was then watching a bit of TV and listened to a bit of my Sunday morning playlist, getting me pumped ready for my split shift. So I'm doing a 10 till 3, 7 till close, and I got to work, got clocked in and put my bag away and got my drink to have while on shift out of my bag, and had some of that. And I was then running lots of food and drinks, doing lots of food and drink orders and drinks making, and I've even been doing a bit of coffee, getting a bit more confident on the coffee machine. It was only me and 2 other colleagues on shift. We absolutely smashed it, and we had some cyclists come in for lots of coffees and cakes, so we was running lots of coffees and cakes to them. And then I did a massive clean up and then crunching down, and I ended up finishing at 2:45 instead of 3. So I then clocked off, got my bag, I got changed to this t-shirt I've got on now, and then I headed off and I went off to Coffee One and got myself a takeaway caramel frappe. They're so delicious. I then went off down to my town's castle to have a look around the gardens, a little walk around there, and got some selfies of first sorts of blossoms and flowers. And then I made way back, and on the way back I listened to music on my headphones and having a lovely stroll, and got some flower snacks. I'm going to show you guys those. That yellow sunflower and yellow rose and those purple flowers with the white splodges on are so stunning. I was able to get some beautiful flower snacks. I then got back and I had my lunch. I got myself a meal deal from Co-op just after getting my frappe from Coffee One, and I had some egg and cress sandwiches and some of these refrigerated little chicken things which are so good, and had a 7-Up. And then my grandma was over for the Sunday roast, and my older brother and his girlfriend came over, and I then listened to a bit of music, listened to it and coming in, and was watching some vlogs and TikToks of fairy dog and cat videos, and tidied up my office and my dolls and dollhouse. I got my clean uniform ready for work to wear this evening for the second part of my split shift, and it's me, Tash, and one other of my colleagues on shift, and I know we're going to absolutely slay. And I'm then back in tomorrow doing a 9 till 2, 3 if it's busy, fingers crossed I get to finish at 2. And then I'm off Tuesday, back in Wednesday evening doing a 6 till close, off Thursday, back in Friday night, and then I've got a split shift Saturday. So I've got Wednesday day and Friday day, and then Tuesday and Thursday off. And the days that I'm off, I'm probably going to be sleeping because I'm absolutely knackered. And I'm so excited for my holiday on the 16th, 20 days until I go on holiday. Can't wait to have 2 weeks off. And then I had my Sunday roast, and I'll show you guys that. My Sunday roast was so delicious. I've been craving that all day, and it was so good. And then my older brother and his girlfriend stayed for a little bit, and then they went off home, and then my dad brought my grandma home, and I then watched a bit of Auntie's Weird Show, with a bit of my journal entry for today. And I'm now just going to be finishing off watching a little bit of Ever After. I started watching that the other day and I didn't get around to finishing it, so I'm going to be watching that and just going to be chilling before going off to the second part of my split shift, and just see when I'm back from that with more vlog later on. It's later on in the evening now, and I'm back from being in the second part to my split shift. So I got myself ready for work. I got dropped off to work by my dad. I then got clocked in to work, and I got a drink out of my bag that I got from the shops just before work, and had some of that. And it was me and 2 other colleagues on shift, and I was running lots of food and drinks and doing some food and drink orders and drinks making and cleaning tables inside and outside, and chatted to some of the regulars. And then it was a quiz at 8:30, so we had a few teams in for the quiz, and then one of our colleagues who was on shift finished early, and it was just me and Tash on till close, and we smashed the close, and then we finished, and I clocked off and got my bag, and then got picked up by my mum, and got home and got into my PJs, and then got my uniform ready for work tomorrow, as I'm doing a 9 till 3. I then had some sandwiches and a cup of tea, finished watching my journal entry for today, and I'm now off to go and watch New Love Island, and hope you guys have all had a lovely week and weekend, and all have a great new week ahead. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I shall see you for a new vlog very soon.